How to Relax by Thich Nhat Hanh. Part 2. Restoring Wellness. Releasing any tension and bringing calm to your body is the first step in restoring wellness. You can't heal your body if you don't pay attention to it. Bringing your mind home to your body, you become established in the here and the now. You have a chance to be aware, without judgment, of any pain, tension, or suffering in your body. This is the beginning of healing. Peaceful breathing. When we begin practicing awareness of our breath, the breathing may not be very peaceful. It may be rushed, uneven, or shallow. This is because of the tensions in our body and the sadness and other preoccupations in our mind. Therefore, our breathing isn't peaceful. Breathing in and out, we concentrate just on our breathing. If we continue to practice awareness of breathing, our breathing becomes gentle, deeper, more peaceful, and the state of dispersion in our mind ceases. Here are three exercises to bring peace to the breath. The first is to recognize the in breath as an in breath and the out breath as an out breath. The third is to focus on the breath all the way through. This is concentration. We just observe the breath. We never force it. We allow it to be natural. With awareness of breathing, our breath naturally becomes deeper, slower, and more peaceful. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Breathing in, I see my breath is long or short. Breathing out, I see my breath is long or short. Breathing in, I follow my in breath all the way through. Breathing out, I follow my out breath all the way through. The sound of the bell. I started inviting the bell when I was 16 years old, the age when I became a novice monk. We say, invite the bell rather than strike the bell because we think of the bell as a friend. We want to invite its sound into our bodies. Inviting a bell to sound is one of the very simple ways to relax. When we hear the bell, we breathe in and we breathe out, and we take in that beautiful sound. That's it. If we don't have a bell, we can use another sound, a phone ringing, an airplane passing overhead, the chime of a clock, a timer on the computer, or the natural sounds around us. We can even use the sound of a jackhammer or a leaf blower. Breathing room. Do you have a space dedicated to relaxing in your home? This doesn't have to be a big space. It could be a small corner, not your bed, or anywhere in a room that is dedicated just to breathing and relaxing. This is not a space for eating or doing homework or folding laundry or building anything. This is as essential as a place to eat, sleep, and go to the bathroom. We need a small space where we can take care of our nervous system and restore our tranquility and peace. Lazy day. Most of us have very scheduled lives and very full calendars. But do we have enough lazy days in our calendar? A lazy day is a day for us to be without any scheduled activities. We just let the day unfold naturally, timelessly. On this day, we have a chance to re-establish the balance in our lives. We may do walking meditation on our own, or with a friend, or do sitting meditation in the forest. We might like to read a little, or write home to our family or to a friend. It can be a day for us to look more deeply at our practice and at our relations with others. Or we may recognize that we simply need to rest. When we have unscheduled time, we tend to get bored, seek entertainment, or cast about for something to do. A lazy day is a chance to train ourselves not to be afraid of doing nothing. You might think that not doing anything is a waste of time, but that's not true. Your time is first of all for you to be alive, to be at peace. Relaxation needs insight. We know that there are those who try very hard to be mindful, and yet they cannot relax. They try to breathe and they try to walk. They try very hard, and yet they are unable to relax. Because trying is not mindfulness. It's not because you have the intention to relax that you can relax. It's not because you have the intention to stop that you can stop. Mindfulness, true mindfulness, must carry within it true view, insight. You need insight in order to relax. Mindfulness of something. Mindfulness is always mindfulness of something. We can be mindful of our breath, our footsteps, our thoughts, and our actions. Mindfulness requires that we bring all our attention to whatever we're doing, whether we're walking, breathing, brushing our teeth, or eating a snack. To be mindful is already to be awakened. If we can say with awareness, breathing in, I know I have a body, that is already insight. Because if we know we have a body, we can know how to take care of our body. If we want to reduce stress and tension, we need to be aware that we've been running a lot. True happiness isn't found in success, money, fame, or power. True happiness should be found in the here and the now. With that kind of insight, you can truly relax. Relaxing in nature. When you walk in the hills, in a park, or along a riverbank, you can follow your breathing. When you feel tired or irritated, you can lie down with your arms at your sides, allowing all your muscles to relax, maintaining awareness of just your breath and your smile. Relaxing in this way is wonderful and quite refreshing. You'll benefit a lot if you practice this several times a day. Your mindful breath and your smile will bring happiness to you and those around you. There is nothing you could buy your loved ones that could give them as much true happiness as your gift of awareness, breathing, and smiling. And these precious gifts cost nothing. Healing ourselves, healing the earth. Mindfulness and a deep awareness of the earth can help us to handle the pain and difficult feelings. It can help us heal our own suffering and increase our capacity to be aware of the suffering of others. With awareness of the earth's generosity, we can generate a pleasant feeling. Knowing how to create moments of joy and happiness is crucial for our healing. It's important to be able to see the wonders of life around us and to recognize all the conditions for happiness that already exist. Then, with the energy of mindfulness, we can recognize and embrace our feelings of anger, fear, and despair and transform them. We don't need to become overwhelmed by these unpleasant emotions. Waking up to the moment. Walking meditation is a way of waking up to the wonderful moment we are living in. If our mind is caught, preoccupied with our worries and our suffering, or if we distract ourselves with other things while walking, we can't practice mindfulness. We can't enjoy the present moment. We're missing out on life. But if we're awake, then we'll see this as a wonderful moment that life has given us, the only moment in which life is available. We can value each step we take, and each step can bring us happiness because we're in touch with life, with the source of happiness, and with our beloved planet. Transforming an unpleasant sound. One day, during a retreat in the mountains of Northern California, there was a wildfire nearby. All day long, during sitting meditation, walking meditation, and silent meals, we heard the sound of helicopters. In Vietnam, during the war, the sound of helicopters meant guns, bombs, and death. At the retreat, there were many practitioners of Vietnamese origin who had gone through the war, so the sound was not pleasant for them, nor was it pleasant for the other practitioners. But there was no choice, so we chose to practice listening to the sound of the helicopters with mindfulness. With mindfulness, we could tell ourselves that this is not a helicopter operating in a situation of war, but a helicopter that is helping extinguish these flames. With mindfulness, we transform our unpleasant feeling into a pleasant feeling of gratefulness. And so we practice breathing in and out with the sound of the helicopters. And we survived very well. We made the sound of helicopters into something helpful. And we practiced. I listen, I listen. The sound of helicopters brings me back to the present moment. Sleeping. When you're in bed and unable to sleep, the best thing to do is to go back to your breathing. Resting is almost as beneficial as sleeping, and you'll know you're doing the best you can. Bring peace to your breathing and to your body so you can rest. Learning to rest. We have to learn the art of resting. Even when we have a vacation, we don't know how to make use of it. Very often, we are more tired after a vacation than before it. We should learn the art of relaxation and resting, and make some time each day to practice deep relaxation on our own or with others. Learning on snoring. Sometimes you have to share a room with someone who snores. You may get irritated, but with mindfulness, you can bring about compassion. You can lean on the sound of snoring in order to go to sleep. Listen and say that this brings you home to the here and now. Then you can accept the snoring much more easily and you can go to sleep thanks to the sound of snoring. Our idea of happiness. Say you have a notion of happiness, an idea about what will make you happy. That idea has its roots in you and in your environment. Your idea tells you what conditions you need in order to be happy. You've entertained this idea for 10 or 20 years, and now you realize that your idea of happiness is making you suffer. Your idea may contain an element of delusion, anger, or craving. These elements are the substance of suffering. On the other hand, you know that you have other kinds of experiences, the moment of joy, release, or true love. You can recognize these as moments of real happiness. When you've had a moment of real happiness, it becomes easier to release the objects of your craving because you're developing the insight that these objects will not make you happy. Many people have the desire to let go, but they're not able to do so because they don't have enough insight. They haven't seen other alternatives, other doorways to peace and happiness. Fear is an element that prevents us from letting go. We are fearful that if we let go, we'll have nothing else to cling to. Letting go is a practice, it's an art. One day, when you're strong enough and determined enough, you let go of the afflictions that make you suffer. Letting go. To let go means to let go of something. That something may be an object of our mind, something we have created, like an idea, feeling, desire, or belief. Getting stuck on that idea could bring a lot of unhappiness and anxiety. We'd like to let it go. But how? It's not enough just to want to let it go. We have to recognize it first as being something real. We have to look deeply into its nature and where it has come from. Because ideas are born from feelings, emotions, and past experiences, from things we've seen and heard. With the energy of mindfulness and concentration, we can look deeply and discover the roots of the idea, feeling, emotion, or desire. Mindfulness is concentration to bring insight, and insight can help us release the object in our mind. Solitude. Being in solitude can help us relax. Solitude doesn't mean being by ourselves or away from civilization. Real solitude means we're not carried away by the crowd, by sorrows about our past, by worries about the future, or by strong emotions in the present. We don't lose our stability and our peace. We take refuge in our mindful breathing and come back to the present moment and to the island of peace within ourselves. We enjoy the time with others, but we don't get lost in our interactions. Even in a busy marketplace, we can smile and breathe in peace, dwelling in the island of ourselves. Letting go of worrying. Our practice is to learn to take care of the present moment. Don't allow yourself to be lost in the past or in the future. Taking good care of the present moment, we may be able to change the negative things from the past and prepare for a good future. We tend to worry about what will happen in the future. The practice helps us to come home to the present moment, to our body, our feelings, to the environment around us. When we breathe in and breathe out mindfully, our mind is brought back to our body, and we are truly there in order to take care of the present moment. If there's some stress, some tension in our body, we practice mindful breathing in order to release the tension, and that brings us relief. If there's a painful feeling inside us, we use mindfulness to embrace our feeling so that we can get relief. The key point is that you are fully there in the present moment, in the here and now, to take care of yourself and what's happening around you. You don't think too much about the future or project too much about how it might be, and you're not trapped too much in the past. You have to train yourself to learn how to go home to the present moment, to the here and now, and to take care of that moment, to take care of your body and your feelings in this moment. As you learn how to be in the present moment, you'll gain faith and trust in your ability to handle the situation. You learn how to take care of your feelings and what's happening around you. That makes you confident. And as your confidence grows, you're no longer a victim of your worries. Walking your talk. If you practice mindfulness to release the tension, stress, and pain in your body, you begin to feel better. Then, when you see a person who's tense, who has pain in his or her body, you can show him or her how to practice. That person will believe you because you have direct experience. You've walked your talk. That's why it's important that we are able to do it ourselves first. Just the way you live your life, the way you react to situations, can already be very helpful. Other people see you react in a peaceful and kind way, and they already begin to learn from you. Letting go of stress. Stress accumulates in our body. The way we eat, drink, and live takes a toll on our well being. Lying down and bringing gentle awareness to our breath, we can realize rest and recovery for our physical body. Find space in your day where you can practice mindful breathing and letting go of tensions. In just 5, 10, or 20 minutes, you can re-establish mindfulness and dissipate stress. When you have trouble sleeping, follow your breathing in and breathing out. Bring your awareness to the different parts of your body in turn and allow them to relax. Sometimes this can help you get to sleep. The practice is still very good, even if you don't sleep, because it nourishes you and allows you to rest. Don't waste your life. On the wooden board outside the meditation hall in many Zen monasteries, there's a 4 line inscription. The last line is, do not squander your life. Our lives are made up of days and hours, and each hour is precious. Have we wasted our hours and our days? Are we wasting our lives? When we practice sitting or walking meditation, it is easier to be mindful and concentrated. During the rest of the day, we also practice. It's more difficult, but it's possible. The sitting and the walking can be extended to non walking, non sitting moments of our day. And that is the basic principle of meditation.